Hey y'all, it's Rico. Today, let's dive into a concept that changed my life. It's not about counting the years, but making every year count. And I know it sounds cheesy, but Myron Golden put this phrase into my head, and it's how I shifted my mindset. And he articulated it perfectly. If you're not living like you're dying, you'll die like you never lived. Let that sit in. If you're not living like you're dying, you'll die like you never lived. Let's get into it. That phrase is so powerful for me. If you knew you had 2 years left to live, what would you do? What does it mean to you that it's not how you're living now? Whether we admit it or not, we are all dying. I know it sounds morbid, but stay with me. It could be 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months, 10 years. How do you want to spend that time? What will you want to say and feel when that day comes? I want to break this way of thinking down for you and for me, really for me too, just to help you and I really figure out what's important. So the first thing I want to talk about is the perception of time. I want to start with this idea of time because we think we have a ton. And have you ever noticed how time seems to just slip away as we get older? When you're 10, 5 years is like half your life. But then by the time you're 50, it's only 1/10. That's why as we get older, time seems to fly by. It's all relative. And it got me thinking about how we view time. Time is the one thing that no one is, will, or can make more of. It's finite. And we only have one time around this earth, and that's precious. How do you want to spend that time? At the end of your life, what will your story be? How will you have spent your time? Next, I want to talk about living with purpose. And here's the thing, if we don't live with purpose, we end up just going through the motions, working for decades, making other people rich, and just getting by. It's time to break free from that cycle. What is it all for? What is your purpose for waking up each day? What is it that tells you as you get into bed that was a good day? Now, I can't define your purpose just like you can't define mine, but when I live my life with purpose and intention, I feel so much more fulfilled and happy. Live like you're dying or you'll die like you've never lived. All right, section 3, talking about prioritizing what matters. Someone said this to me last year and it hit me pretty hard. I get 18 summers with my kids. Not 18 years, but summers. That hit me hard because I've got 9 left with my daughter and 12 with my son. And that's not counting when they become teens and they want to go out with their friends and camps and the things that teens do and not want to hang out with me. How do I want to spend those summers? And I can tell you for me, it's not working 50 to 60 hour weeks and getting paid just enough not to quit. My top values are family, impact, and freedom. And you can be sure that I'm using my freedom to spend that time impacting my family and whoever else wants to join. And if you don't want or have a family, this will look different for you, and that's fantastic. My question for all of us is, how will you measure your life? Will it be in hours worked, dollars made, time with loved ones, experiences enjoyed, impact on others? How will you measure it? 4, redefining success. This again is going to be specific for each and every individual. Some people work to live and some live to work. That's a personal choice, but either way, what does success look like for you? How will you know when you're there? What will it feel like when you're successful? One of my values, like I said earlier, is freedom. Freedom to travel and take time off with my family. Some people will work for 40 years and they take 1 vacation a year. That's not 40 years of vacations, that's 40 vacations. That doesn't feel like a lifetime. It feels like a routine. Imagine if you took 2 vacations a year. That's not just 2 trips, that's 2 lifetimes worth of experiences. What about 3 vacations a year? What value would you place on that? What would it mean to you to experience 2 to 3 lifetimes of trips, vacations, family outings, romantic getaways? And finally, embrace the journey. Life is a journey meant to be experienced. That means different things for different people. What's meaningful for me isn't as meaningful as some other things for other people. And that's why being human and having free will is amazing. But the saying still holds true no matter how you define it. Don't die like you've never lived. Live like you're dying because truth be told, we all are. Every moment from the day we're born is precious. It's not morbid, it's just a reminder to embrace every second to enjoy the journey. I asked it earlier, and I'm gonna ask it again. What do you want your story to be? What do you want to tell others at the end of your time? How do you want to live now so you don't regret it tomorrow? So, coming to the end, my challenge to you, what changes do you want to make today? What would it feel like to make every moment count? What would it feel like to not? This life is ultimately yours, and you have the free will to do with it what you will. I love that about life and about being human. Barring hurting others, we have free will to do what we feel is important and meaningful. And what is that for you? What's stopping you from doing that? And what is one thing you can change today to make that happen. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's a bit of a shift from my usual content, but I really wanted to share and also provide a coaching opportunity for all of you out there. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. It'll help others find our little community and hopefully help them along their journey. And if you like this video and you want more questions like this, feel free to book a free strategy session with me at riconasoul.com. All right, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.